the World Chicken Festival is a great time for London. It certainly has grown in the 7 or 8 years that I've lived here, and I think it's a lot of fun. I've heard different church organizations say that this is the only fundraiser they do all year, so it's very important to the community, and I think a lot of people look forward to it, so I'm just proud to be a part of it.
My favorite part of the festival is probably the food. Obviously, I like to eat. You can tell by looking at me that's the way I am, but I like all the different the types of different foods that we have to offer. There's a lot of good cooks in this community, obviously, especially these older ladies who have lots and lots of experience when it comes to the different ways they prepare the different chicken dishes, but definitely the food is my favorite.
I tried to sample as many different food booths as I can. I like the fudge booth. That's one of my best ones, and anything grilled or anything like that. And of course the chicken from the world's largest skillet. That, you know, really is a well processed chicken. You know, it's a good piece of meat. It's deep fried. It's very tasty. So I like the Chicken Festival for the variety of food, and I do my best to sample all of it.
If you've never had a chance to visit the World Chicken Festival, make sure you put it on your calendar. I go to lots of different food shows throughout the year, and people tell me every time I go to a food show, always come up and tell me, I heard about the Chicken Festival. I want to make sure to make it a point this year to get down here.
We do the skillet here at the front corner of this lot. As you can see, we got the tent already up, and it's Monday morning. It takes me 3 days to get it set up. We use the work release guys to not only set it up, but to maintain it when it's up and running. They empty the garbage and they unload the truck and get the people what they need. We have one church group that handles the actual cooking, and that's Hazel Patch Baptist Church. And they do all the cooking, and they do the prep, and then we let them have the dessert line as a fundraiser for them.
My favorite part of the festival is probably the parades, and the reason is I've walked up through the parade and driven a golf cart or a mini bike or something through that parade, and I've watched the kids, the little kids particularly, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and I've watched their eyes when those parades come through and all the things that they see. And you know, I guess probably my single most enjoyable time was going up to those little children and saying, you know, where is the Chicken Festival? And a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old will say, you know, they'll look at you with surprise and they'll say, well, it's right here. And you say, well, what do you mean right here? And they say, it's all around you, you know, and their eyes is just in awe of this large to them Chicken Festival.
Working for Walmart, we also like to get involved in our local communities, and I have quite a few managers, and even myself, that are part of a lot of the nonprofit organizations here in town. And for us, it's one of the major fundraisers, and we can go down there and sell and provide for our customers and also for everybody that's down there eating and celebrating and participating in the Chicken Festival, and allows us to make money while we're doing that.
The Chicken Festival is a huge draw for our area. It brings in lots of tourist dollars. We think this is a wonderful organization. We also feel this is a good community for our people.
I'm really happy to see an upgrading of the entertainment, especially on the concert stages.
We have really exceptionally good talent. I have tried very hard to find the best local and regional bands to put on the stage during Friday afternoon, and this year, I think from what I've heard this year, we've done an exceptionally good job of that.
Of course, I love Southern gospel music, and I think the last 2 or 3 years they've had the Southern Gospel tent, which they didn't have before. So I enjoy that, and when I go up to the festival, you know, a lot of times I'll go to that tent.
The Chicken Festival provides entertainment for local citizens and citizens from around the area. It provides people with an opportunity to get out and meet and greet. I see people at the Chicken Festival that I haven't seen in years, and that's a good thing.
The Chicken Festival has really replaced what the homecoming used to be, and I know the homecoming still has its place in the community, but it to me has replaced that. As a 31-year-old who grew up in this area, I will see people at the Chicken Festival every year that I haven't seen since graduation day, and it's special to me for that reason.
This is, I think, one of the premier festivals of Kentucky. I've been coming down here. I think this is the 16th year of the festival, and I've been here 14 of them. Been entering the contest every year except one that I've been here. I've won it every time I've entered it except 2.
It helps us, you know, our local churches get an opportunity to make money. The Shop with a Cop program has a booth in it that helps raise money for underprivileged children to have Christmas gifts. Red Cross gets money out of it. It's a time when a lot of people come home and their families get to see them. They mix and mingle, and you know, I think it's just a great time for Laurel County.
It is worth every dime of your sponsorship money, and it pays endless returns through public relations and employee entertainment.
This festival has no paid admission. We are, so to speak, at the mercy of the crowd and at the mercy of sponsorships. We squeeze every dollar. We try to get $1.50 out of every dollar that we receive.
The World Chicken Festival brings in lots of people from not just Laurel County, but our neighboring counties. It's a real community get-together, a lot of times a homecoming. It gives the nonprofit organizations the opportunity to raise money and support our causes right here in Laurel County.
If someone was really interested in becoming a sponsor of the World Chicken Festival, I'd highly recommend it. Again, not only in the local aspect, but also as a corporate aspect. I think there's a lot of good when you've got 200,000 or 300,000 people down here in the southeast Kentucky in a 4-day weekend. Your name, the exposure you get is just incredible. Not only from this, again, from the local community, but also the type of exposure that Ken Harvey gets throughout all of not only Kentucky but southeast United States with our festival. I mean, name recognition. Again, this year we've got someone coming all the way from Japan that's going to be participating in our wing eating contest, just to kind of give you an idea of how many people throughout the United States and also now starting to reach over into other countries are hearing about our festival. So yeah, as an economic impact for our local community, it's great, but from a sponsorship standpoint, I would definitely recommend it for any business person or for anybody corporate-wise that's looking for a sponsorship to invest in a community like London, Laurel County.
Any business or civic organization or individual, for that matter, who ask me my opinion on whether or not they should become involved as a sponsor, I would unequivocally say absolutely 100%. The Chicken Festival is a free festival. It's open. There are no gates. It's come one, come all. And it takes a lot of money to put on events like that. The Chicken Festival depends upon community-minded businesses and organizations and individuals in order to exist. I can't think of a better way for potential sponsors to invest money into their community than to invest it in events such as the World Chicken Festival.